I told you I was going to give you the latest on Deshaun Watson. And since we're like the only place in America, I feel like, that's actually covering this Deshaun Watson story, there are now 20-plus accusers that have filed lawsuits, according to Tony Busby, who is representing these women. Still basically not much of a response from Deshaun Watson at all. And so as these lawsuits continue to stack up, I think the big question that's going to be asked this week is, okay, last week we learned about all the lawsuits against Deshaun Watson and they all started to stack up. Are they finally going to run out this week? In other words, have all of the women that are going to come forward basically have come forward now? Or are we going to continue another week where you have the drip, drip, drip of allegations continuing to emerge against Deshaun Watson? And I don't know the answer to that. Tony Busby has been a little bit more tight-lipped about how many women are reaching out and how many lawsuits he expects to file. 20 is an unbelievable number. This is what I always say is, he said, she said cases happen on a regular basis. Guy says something happened. Girl said something happened. They go back and forth arguing about what might happen. Judges, police, prosecutors, lawyers, everybody argues about what might have happened. That's a situation like with Jameis Winston when he was at Florida State. She says that it was sexual assault. He says that it was not. And both sides argue about what the truth was. This is not that. This is not even the situation we just saw with Antonio Brown or with Ezekiel Elliott or with Ben Roethlisberger. Most of those stories, he said, she said. This is, and I can't believe this, he said, she 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 said. That's 10. She said, she said, she said, she said, she said. That's 15. She said, she said, she said, she said, she said. That's 20. He said versus 20 women telling basically the same story. I was a massage therapist. He locked the door. He was nude, and he demanded sexual favors. Regardless of what you think of Deshaun Watson, the idea that 20 women would all create a conspiracy and make this all up is something I have never seen before in my legal career. Now, if these 20 women were proven to be lying, they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And obviously, all of these 20 cases that have been filed so far are not of equal severity in terms of the wrongdoing that was alleged and in terms of the evidence to support that a wrongdoing occurred. But 20 different women? It's clear that at an absolute best case scenario for Deshaun Watson, if you consider the trio of legal issues, this is me putting my lawyer hat on right now. If you consider the trio of legal issues that he's going to face, NFL personal conduct policy investigation, civil lawsuits, which is where we are right now with 20 plus being filed, and then potentially criminal charges being investigated as well. The absolute best case scenario for Deshaun Watson is that he's probably going to miss a substantial portion of 2021, the football season. That's if he settled these cases tomorrow. He would still probably be suspended for 6 or 8 games. It would be difficult to trade him. That's the absolute best case scenario for Deshaun Watson right now. As we have reached 20 lawsuits, there's also now a worst case scenario for Deshaun Watson where he ends up going to prison and he never actually plays football again. Those are the stakes. There's no good outcome here for Deshaun Watson. It's going to involve him missing games into the future in 2021, best case scenario. If you are a Houston Texans fan and you want Deshaun Watson because you're a big football fan to be able to play, the best case scenario for you at this point is that he misses probably 6 to 8 games. That's the best case scenario. Increasingly, I find it unlikely that he is going to be able to play anywhere in 2021, and he's not going to be sitting out because of a contract dispute. It's going to be because of these lawsuits. This week, I think, will start to give us some indication of exactly how bad it's going to get. It's already bad. How much worse can it get? How many more lawsuits will be filed? And will we get any update in the criminal case? Remember, the plaintiff's attorney here, Tony Busby, had requested a grand jury to examine criminal charges against Deshaun Watson.